Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another video. Work on your signature style. Work on your signature style. I was about to say something else. A good thing I keep some things written down. But that's very important. I haven't talked about style in a while, but I've talked about it before. And in fact, shout out to dear brother Kevin Samuels, because that's how he got started, talking about style. He was an image consultant, and he was making some money doing that, because that's very important. Style is very important, how you look, how you present yourself. Now, every man needs to have a signature style. Every man has a signature style. And in fact, I've talked about that before on Rom TV. I'll put a link in the description box to the series I talked about developing your style. It is very important. And I was thinking about it recently because I was shining shoes. I was just in my downstairs hallway, shining some shoes. And you know, my son's shoes, my shoes for an event. And I was just thinking about it because I remember back in college, me and my roommate, we'd be sitting there chilling because our shoes will always shine, our shirts will always iron, pants creased, everything. But it was a signature. It was a signature. See, and in fact, I remember when I started in college at St. Joe's University, I was coming up there, I was wearing like neckties to class. And really, it was just used to doing it from high school. High school, I had to wear neckties all the time. I was just still used to it. And, you know, had a certain style. And there were a couple young ladies who showed interest in that style. And I was like, okay. And one of the things with style, it's a signature because it says something about you. Now, remember, when a woman is looking at you, and this isn't a general thing, but we're talking about man gets woman now. When a woman's looking at you, she's reading your whole being, not just your face. You got some guys think, oh, it's just the face, and you notice they ain't getting any women. No, they looking at every little thing. They especially looking at your presentation or your style. You know, what type of shoes are you wearing? What type of shoes are you wearing? What type of pants? Are they iron? What type of shirt you wearing? What style? What does it say about you? Because they're trying to make a determination as to who you are, your personality. But it also projects a certain amount of power with it. It projects a certain amount of power. Because, you know, if you walk around in just casual clothes or something, people are going to treat you a certain way. But if you walk around in a suit, they're going to treat you a certain way. Even like the shoes you wear. You're going to walk differently in a pair of hard bottom shoes than you would in some athletic shoes. And that style is important. Like in the business world, when I was working in DC, when I was working in downtown DC, there were a lot of guys on the street who would shine shoes for like these executives. These executives, they'll come down, they go right to these guys. These guys just on the street, you know, they just hustling for money and get their shoes shine. Because that's very important. How they went into the meetings, how their tie was hanging, all of that stuff. The suit, everything was very important. The image. And see, every man needs to have a signature style. Now, how do you develop that? First of all, don't follow everybody else's style. Don't follow everybody else's style. Unless you like something about their style. But everybody has to develop their own style. First of all, as much as I talk body game, nobody has the same body. You're going to have different heights, different body builds, everything. And, well, I was about to say something that'll take us in another direction. That'll be another video. But every man has a different body build, so you need to get clothes that complement your body build. Like I've talked about big men before. Like really big men make me look small. But there's a couple pages I follow on IG where the big men, they be dressing and everything. I follow a lot of suit and tie channels where they still gonna like have their stuff. I was like, oh, okay, I like that. You know, in fact, I've actually done a little fashion consult. Yeah, y'all just don't know. But you know, it's like they wore stuff that fit them and everything. Like here's some great advice. If you get a suit, even if you buy it off the rack, take it to a tailor and still have it tailored. Because that's very important. It used to be like, especially, particularly in the black community, there was always a tailor. There was always a tailor because back in the day, shoot, all the guys, even casually, were wearing suits. But that suit thing, have that tailored to your specific body. Because even the stuff, because one of the problems is the clothes in any store, they're all going to be generic, but they're not going to exactly fit your proportions. You just have to try to find what fits best. But when you talk about something like a suit, you can get them taken in. Even a lot of regular clothes. Shirts, not so much, but I would say this, depending on your body build, get like fitted shirts. If you're more like leaner and everything, get fitted shirts that stick to your body better, as best as possible. If you're a little bit bigger, just regular size, because fitted shirts they'll be close to your body, tend to go in at the waist. Regular shirts just hang down. And hey, that might be good for it. Just make sure you keep it clean. Like when I'm doing car videos, I will frequently go while I'm doing the video to my local cleaners to pick up something or to drop off something. The thing is with shirts, particularly dress shirts, always use the dry cleaners. Just find the local dry cleaners. Always get them clean there. Get them professionally clean. That's very important because even if you're good at ironing, it's hard. I mean, it takes a while to really iron them. You can, if you have to, no problem. And speaking of iron, just keep your clothes generally ironed anyway. Like no matter what your style, just keep them clean and straight. I can't think of wrinkles looking good on anyone. I can't think of wrinkles looking good. People might tolerate it, let it go, but every shirt needs to be ironed. Pants need to be ironed. But that's part of your style, like the type of shoes you wear. Like I'm famous for saying, hey, shoes will get your dick sucked. But women looking at shoes. I've had several women tell me they'll look at the shoes first. Now people will try to come up with different reasons, but it is still part of your style. And like I said, you know, you're gonna walk and present yourself differently from when you're wearing athletic shoes versus hard bottom shoes. And one thing about the style, now I know I got this big horsey on here and everything. Somebody say, well, should you get a name brand? Well, this ain't even so much a part of my style. I actually I like the look of this and everything, but I actually like the quality. I didn't buy polos like that at first, but then I just buy regular no-name polos, but then I had to buy another one in like a few months. I was like, okay, I can't keep doing this. I got some polos now, and I remember my sons received some polos, hand-me-down polos. They were still in good shape. They still in good shape. They just ended up giving them away, just they outgrew them, but they were still in good shape. Like my style is trying to just get quality. And even if it don't have a horsey or something on it, they're always great quality shirts. In fact, some of the most expensive shirts and clothing, they don't have labels. Men on the richer side of things, I actually know that. They'll tell you that. Some of the most expensive stuff, but it's great quality. But regardless, you can get stuff from one of those Goodwill type of stores. Just make sure it looks good on you. It fits you. It fits your personality. You know, like don't be the type who's gonna wear some like fancy suits or something, or even something like this if it's not your personality. Well, you gotta wear stuff that fits you because it's making a statement. As soon as like with everybody, it's making a statement. It's saying something about you. It's saying something, how you're adorning yourself, what type of like jewelry, watches, stuff like that, your whole style. It says something about you. It's you. It speaks before you even get there. If you talk about man gets woman, it's speaking because she's checking you out before you even saw her. And so she's gonna be looking at that. She ain't just gonna look at your face and stop. Guys who say that to me are stupid. I'm gonna just say it's stupid. They gonna look, they're gonna do a quick scan, less than a second. And it says something, it opens the door. If you're about approaching women, as soon as they look at you, they're doing that quick scan and making a decision whether to let you go forward or to reject you then. And I would say when you go out, even if it's casual, you know, be mindful of that. Because I've known some guys, even if they just going to take out the trash, they looking stylish. It's like, man. But that's the thing. And that's just a game. That's an old school game. That's an old school game. There's not a lot of talk about style. We do have a few people who talk about style, but we actually need more of that. Just some pure style. Just some pure style. Now, one guy, I haven't officially interacted with him, but he talks about Style OG. I'll put a link for it in the description box. All right? Because that's one thing I'm seeing. We got everything talking and a lot of game, but not enough about style. Maybe I'll start getting more into that. Because I actually had somebody, it was actually a young lady who asked me wanted me to check her out in different outfits. It's like, okay, you know. So anyway, work on your signature style. And I'll get back with y'all later. Peace and blessings.